Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to be talking about, is Xerjoff Naxos reformulated, and if so, how much it's changed. So just before we get on with the quick review, guys, if you are new to the channel, please feel free to go down and drop a like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're a fan of fragrances. This channel, this community that we're building is all centered around fragrances. It's a positive atmosphere. We're building a really nice community and we'd be more than happy to have you in there. Okay, so let's give this a go, because I've heard a lot of people saying that there's a new, the lighter juice of Naxos isn't as good as the darker juice. So I've got two bottles by here and we are going to be comparing, is this newer batch, which has got a lot less in it just because I've been decanting it, is less strong as this older batch here that you can see with the darker juice. So just quickly, this is the batch code of the newer one, I think. And then this is the batch code of the one with the darker juice. Okay, so I've got them both sprayed on each hand. We're about an hour into the dry down on this one. So on this hand we have got the newer one, and then on my right hand we have got the darker one. So I'm just going to quickly smell the lighter one, and then I'm just going to quickly smell the darker one. Okay, so one thing my brain and my nose picks up on straight away is this one feels a bit more spicy. There's a bit more of like a lemon and lavender in here, the more kind of lighter notes, whereas this darker bottle, when I smell it, I get a lot more honey, I get a lot more kind of tobacco darkness in here. I don't know what it is. Obviously it's the juice as well. I definitely pick up more of the honey in here, and I think the other sweetness they put in here is like a tonka bean, maybe with vanilla too, but I definitely get a more kind of sweetness from a vanilla smell, like a powdery vanilla, whereas this one, my brain seems to pick up on the tobacco honey, but also mainly the lemon and the lavender in here. In terms of performance, I've been wearing this one in the summer, so it doesn't really count, but I've worn it 1 or 2 times and it's lasted about 10 to 12 hours on my skin. It projected for about 6 hours. It was projecting mainly until. And I've also been wearing this one. I'll be honest, I've been wearing this one mainly in the winter time, but I did give it a go the other day as well, because this one's a little bit more lighter smell than the darker juice. And I have to say that this one performed equally good. I had the comment that I smelled like Old Spice. Someone said, "Oh, who's wearing Old Spice?" Whereas weirdly I've never had the comment with this one though. So it's quite strange. I could still get recognised with the lighter juice 6 hours down the line. And if you really dig into it, I do still get the powderiness to it. So from my experience, is there a massive difference between the older batch, darker juice, and the newer batch, lighter juice? I'm going to say there is. There is a smell difference. On the skin, an hour into the dry down, this one, the lighter juice, has just got a little bit more kind of citrusy lemon, whereas this one has just got more of like a powdery tonka bean vanilla an hour down. So it really doesn't matter, guys. To be honest, I actually like this one a little bit more, weirdly. This one can get a little bit too honey-ish, a little bit too sweet, a little bit too cloying. Whereas this one, I like how the lavender and the lemon in here kind of give it an almost freshness. So wearing this one in the summer could actually be a good idea too. And just quickly saying it, this one I get of like an almost weird dampness smell. I do also pick up a bit of like a musty note, which I think is the cashmere. The cashmere in here, my nose can pick it up a lot more in this one. So that's going to do it, guys, for this quick comparison on both versions of Naxos. I've seen quite a few people in the Facebook groups, and I just wanted to give my take on, what I think of the current versions of Naxos compared to the older ones. And like I said, if you want a slightly sweeter honey note, try and find an older bottle. You can tell just because the juice is slightly darker, whereas the new one is a little bit lighter. To my nose, this one just smells a little bit lighter. This one's just a little bit more sweeter. So it really is pick your poison. Apart from that, the DNA, to me, to my nose, it's very, very similar. And, you know, you won't be missing out on anything if you did decide to pick up a newer bottle of Naxos. There are other reviewers out there that will be able to give you a more in-depth, but to me, I wanted to keep it as brief as possible and just give you, like, you know, an honest recommendation. You can't go wrong with Naxos regardless of when it is reformulated. But if you wanted the sweeter version, if you wanted the more honey, which I know most people do go for Naxos because of that honey tobacco, maybe it is worth trying to get an older bottle if that sounds something you'd enjoy more. But like I said, performance-wise, I can't see much of a difference. And with that said, guys, it was just a quick one. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more fragrance talk. And with that said, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.